Are you here, Amelia? Hi, hello.
Oh, I can't see you yet, but I can hear you.
Finally, at least you can listen to me. Yeah,
At least
perfect.
I can hear. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
nice
It's
to you.
connected. Perfect.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. Oh, good. I did not get the black memo. I should have worn a black shirt. Oh, wow. Awesome. I'm so glad this worked. Apologies for needing to update the app, but it is up and
Yeah, I
running
saw it.
now.
Well, I was trying to entertain the people so we don't start losing our viewers after doing so much advertising for it. I hope you
Oh,
guys
no, no
enjoy.
worries. Very excited for this. I have everything set up on my side. So,
Hmm.
however you want to start, I have the wine that we're going to reveal that you've chosen and the baked good that we both have made, which is
Yeah,
very exciting. Baking across time zones is
yeah, but
actually
guys,
pretty
don't judge
cool.
me. Amelia is the expert for this, so mine doesn't look as nice. So just, look at my wine recommendations and look at the beautiful
There you go.
baking and just photographing skills as well because they're really impressive.
Thank you so much. Well, I liked your chart. I've seen the behind the scenes a little bit, so I'm very excited to see what you think when you taste them together. I have not
Okay.
tasted them yet, so this will be very fun.
I haven't either yet. Yeah, yeah. So it's like a
All right.
surprise for everyone.
Yeah, this will be very fun. Awesome. Who do you want to do wine first? Introduce the wine first or the tart first?
Let's go for a tart. Maybe there's
All
some
right.
some people watching that they kind of already have an idea of what is about to come with the wine.
Yes. Yeah, I did get a lot of guesses on the flavor, and two people got it, which I was very impressed with because I have never baked with this citrus before, but I have heard
Not?
of it before. So, without further ado, I will pull it into frame here if you guys can see this. So, this is the pairing with the wine. Two people got it. It is a citrus fruit, a little bit lesser known over in the Western Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere, um, because it's so hard to find over here. But it's yuzu, it's a Japanese citrus, and it's very lemony and kind of tangerine so a little bit sweeter, bit of a tang, a little bit different than lemon, but really gorgeous color. I added some yuzu marmalade on top because I really like the shine for the photographs. Looking for those good photographs. And then some Swiss meringue on top. So getting some vanilla notes in there. I'm not going to eat the entire thing this morning, though that does sound very good.
It was very hard to
And
resist, to be honest, and not to try it already. I haven't, although I have taken a piece already on the plate, so I don't mess it up
perfect.
while. So this is a piece, this is the cake.
Awesome.
Oops.
See,
It's
that looks
supposed to be the same, it looks
wonderful.
pretty different. Oops. This is my
That looks
cake. Don't judge
awesome.
my baking skills. I'm sorry.
I'm very impressed. I just sent you a recipe. It was like, have at it, and it totally worked. So that's
Okay.
very cool. All
I
right, I'm
just put
getting
it
a
in the
second
in
piece.
for the grill for like 2 minutes after putting my Swiss meringue because it was
Yeah,
like too whitey, too pale. I had like, let's give it a bit of color. I think
very
it's fine.
nice. Very nice. I have a little blowtorch for that too. It's very fun.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Awesome. I'm ready with my piece as well.
I'm ready with my piece as well. I'm gonna present the wine then. So I don't know. Amelia has said that two people guessed the wine. I mean, it is a wine that when you think of juicy or like citrus fruits in general, there's definitely many wines that will like come to your mind, like either from like drier and sweeter. Of course, we're doing sweet wines. I mean, usually when you pair your food with a wine, you will just look for a wine that it's sweeter than your food. It shouldn't be like way too much usually. So if you're eating something slightly sweet, you shouldn't have like a super sweet one. But like you should definitely have like more sweetness than your food has. Um, well, this is dessert, so I can't say like in gram per liter is how we will be doing, but I guess this will be very good with this wine. This type of wine usually goes by 120, 150 grams fresh sugar per liter. Um, and it is, I guess, with the citrusy, also the vanilla that is involved in the cake. I thought this might go very well. And let me tell you the wine. This is the one we have. You believe everything in the label. Sauternes, of course, one of the best known street wines in the world. Not only for the wine, it is also like the region, Bordeaux. It's very famous. Like everyone knows Bordeaux, has tried usually red wines from Bordeaux. but the sweet ones are very famous as well. And this is a very nice chateau, Cigala Rabot. It's definitely one of the best ones, and unfortunately, the sweet one is not in fashion anymore. So you can find, considering the quality, very fair prices for the quality for these wines, for the complexity they will have, and the aging potential, which is immense. So I don't know, guys listening, if you've tried Sauternes already or not, but I like it very, very much. And it's a very balanced wine that will go well with lots of different sweets, especially like this kind of fruity sweets.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, it was very interesting for you to send the tasting notes because I definitely wanted to do something citrusy or fruity. It sounds like the yuzu is going to pair very well because it isn't quite as sharp as a direct lemon. It's more of that sweeter, softer tangerine side. So I'm very excited to see how it tastes together.
And this is also an interesting experiment because I told Amelia about the wine and she got it like this last week. And you know, as people always, everything like the last moment. So she was able to find Sauternes, but it's a rather younger vintage, right? Which vintage?
It is. This is the one that was readily available in California. So if you're in California, you're looking for something very similar, this one was the one that you recommended.
2016, can I say?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah,
minus
2009.
Perfect.
So this will also, of course, change the profile of the wine a little bit. Yours gonna be, the fruit is gonna be farther, like maybe yours goes out actually better with a cake because you will have this citrus fruit rather in like, I'm not gonna say like,
very
mine is riper, like, so of course with the time when wine ripes, it loses its primary aroma, like the fruity aromas, but it gains complexity and it has like the more nutty aromas, maybe like the oaky flavors would be more there. Yeah, well, I have a very nice tool that all these wine people will already know about it. So I won't open the whole bottle because I'm alone and it's a pity, you know, it's a great wine. I like to enjoy it many times. So, so let me pour a glass of this beautiful Sauternes.
I've unfortunately opened my entire, but it's a half bottle, so it's a little bit safer. But it is my 9 a.m. I'm not working today, but it is my 9 a.m.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not going to partake too much. I'll save the rest for this evening.
I'm very, very careful because as it is a half bottle, the neck of the bottle is shorter. So I had to be careful. I don't break the needle because it doesn't go straight. That I had a trouble already 2 weeks ago, and I was like with no needle, and I was, oh my god, what should I do?
Oh
all these wines I need to taste.
Yeah, that I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's true. The whole bottle shape is totally different. Yeah, that is a very cool tool. I saw that on your last IGTV, and I was like, that is brilliant. Because then you don't have to worry about an open bottle of wine and tasting multiple.
Yeah.
That's so perfect.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I cannot be happier, to be honest.
Do you use that for all of your tastings? Like just
well, I mean, it also depends on let's say, on the value of the wine. So, because it is a very fair price, but you have to pay these capsules for the argon, which end up being like 50 cents per glass of wine. And so if you're, you know, like, I mean, you're in California, we're in Europe, we're lucky to have great wine starting at €6.
Yeah.
So, you know, why should you just get 2-3 glasses when you can just open the bottle, you know, at the end of the day?
That's true.
But
as well.
It is a good excuse to enjoy a glass of wine without having to open the whole bottle.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
All right. Well, here's the wine. You can see actually the color is very different. Yeah.
Very different. Yeah,
yours is much younger. But Sauternes, we will definitely have all these fruity aromas and so. Lovely.
Ooh, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it smells very good.
Well, I mean, I guess there are very different people watching that have more experience with wine. Some have maybe a little less, that are more interested in cake. So I'm going to go very, very fast through how do you describe wine. First, you will describe the optical appearance of the wine, which is clear. Both of them, usually should be clear. You will definitely talk about the color, yours is rather like medium, maybe even pale. Mine is definitely very intense. And this mine is like really like golden color, almost like amber, you could say. You know, it's very
Yeah,
good
it's
for
very dark.
the hue. Then you can see the viscosity. It's something people talk about. Well, you should describe the viscosity. This is a sweet wine and it has quite a lot of alcohol for a sweet wine. This is 13 and a half. Definitely, Sauternes has more alcohol than other sweet wines, which are not fortified. Of course, fortified definitely have more than fortified. But if you have some Beerenauslese or Trockenbeerenauslese from Austria, Germany, you will have like alcohol levels all the way from even starting at 6% to like 10. Yeah,
Wow.
so not so much. And this is 13 and a half. It's way more.
That's
Um,
interesting.
yeah. So alcohol and sugar level will, of course, increase the viscosity. Then you smell into the wine and you like start like getting excited. When you have such a wine like this, you have all these fruity aromas, maybe some flowers, maybe then you can go deeper into it. So when you smell fruit, what do you smell? I actually do smell yuzu. I actually do smell like
I know, I can't tell if I'm
this
thinking about
sweet
it or
lemon. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then you can have some secondary aromas. I don't want to go too technical into it. There are people that already know about this. People that don't know it, they can definitely ask me or so.
yeah.
But yeah, you can have some secondary aromas. Definitely in this one because it's barrel fermented and aged. It's typical for Sauternes. That gives this spiciness, this vanilla. That's why I actually chose a wine like that and not. I didn't go for Germany or Austria. And then in mine, I definitely have some tertiary aromas. You might not have it because this is where the aromas are developed with the time, with aging in the bottle usually. I have some like gingery and like some other spices. A bit of earthiness. It's very nice. It's really, really nice. And then just once you do this, you're already allowed to try to taste it.
All right, I'm gonna taste mine.
I love it.
Ooh,
The taste is
this
of course
is
sweet,
lovely.
but it
Yeah.
has some acidity that kind of balances the wine. It doesn't feel very heavy. It has some body,
it
of
feels very
course,
light.
and alcohol, but like, yeah, I mean, you see there's some alcohol, but it's super integrated in mine at least. So,
Very soft. I'm probably using
yeah.
all the wrong language, but yeah, even with this one that's much, much younger, it's so light. It's just really lovely, but very, very warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll go really well with the tart. That's perfect. I do smell and taste the yuzu. I don't know if I'm just thinking too much about the
No,
food,
it
but I
is
think it's there.
for sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay, should we try the tart with it?
Yeah.
See?
Can't wait.
For those of you who just joined, this is the tart, or a piece of the tart.
Oh yeah.
We each made a tart. So it's a yuzu tart, just with kind of a custard filling, and then meringue on top. My piece doesn't have meringue. I'll steal some meringue. And so we're hoping it goes very, very well with this wine. Let's see.
You look so nice. I'm so jealous.
Your wine looks very good too. I want to taste yours. I'm stealing some meringue here to get the vanilla. Tart for breakfast, for at least me, is always good.
For me, it's perfect. Like afternoon coffee and cake. I'm just exchanging the coffee for the wine. It's a good.
There you go. Perfect.
Good thing to do.
Oh yeah, that's very nice.
How's yours?
Really, really good.
Perfect.
And it's nice. It's not too sweet. Like nothing is too sweet, which is great. I don't typically like my desserts too sweet or my wine too sweet, but together this is really lovely.
And actually, I do feel like the flavor of the citrusy aromas of the juice in the cake and all this complex citrus aromas are enhanced when putting both together. But also it helps the spiciness of the cake. I feel more like the
Yeah,
the pastry and with the butter and
that's true. Yeah, you
really
get
nice.
more of the rounded flavor
Mhm.
of the tart as opposed to just the citrus coming through. Hmm.
Well, to everyone listening, I hope you don't get jealous about this amazing wine and amazing cake. I'd love to share with every one of you, of course, but we are unfortunately not so evolved nowadays online to be able to send flavors
I
and
know.
smells, and so it would be definitely something IT people would work. So,
Someday. Take our word for it. Or to go try it. So I'll be posting the recipe for this tomorrow. So
oh,
if you'd like to have a Saturday treat with a yuzu tart with meringue, and then find yourself a bottle of either one of these, no matter wherever you live, you can taste the exact same thing.
hmm yeah. I mean, also I thought when I thought in Bordeaux, I thought like on Sauternes. Um, It's a wine that's widely available. Maybe you won't have like other
Mm-hmm.
chateaus, and you won't have the vintage you're looking for if you're looking for a very specific. Because there's a lot of vintage variation. I haven't mentioned, but this wine is made of botryticized berries, which means there's this fungus botrytis that attacks the berries, and the variety is made of mainly is semillon, which has very thin
Mm.
skin, so it's very prone to botrytis. And this botrytis sucks the water out of the berry, so it concentrates the acidity and the sugar. That's why
Oh,
it's able to make such a. I mean, they look a bit gross, but if you're familiar with wine and viticulture, and everyone that's, I've seen some people I know, some viticulturists and winemakers have joined the chat. They know I'm talking about it. In the beginning, it's not something. It looks so nice, and if you're doing
yeah.
dry wines, it's kind of not so nice. But like for sweet wines, it's wonderful. Like some of the best sweet wines of the
Yeah.
world are definitely botryticized grapes. Yeah,
So interesting. Yeah, I would not have expected that from something that sounds very negative, but it turns into
yeah,
this, and that's wonderful.
yeah. I mean, if you think this is made of rotten grapes, this is insane. It's so good.
There you go.
Yeah. So this fungus doesn't attack the grapes and the berries every year the same
Mm.
way. Sometimes it comes too early, sometimes too late, sometimes it's not enough, sometimes it's, so there's pretty big vintage variation. It makes it a bit
Yeah.
hard to rely on good quality. But Sauternes is definitely acid this year in Austria, in the western part of Austria, close to the lake. It's called Neusiedler Lake. And in Tokai, also a very, very famous region for sweet wine in Hungary, in neighboring country from Austria.
Oh,
They have definitely amazing wines.
interesting. I don't think I've
This,
ever had Hungarian wine. That would be really interesting.
yeah, this is definitely very, very like famous and has a lot of history in there. It's super
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
And I wonder if it would be easy to find over here in the States or if they export any of those. I'd have to look and see.
I'm sure.
That would be
Like
really
if you look
interesting.
in wine.com, where I send you the link for this
Yeah.
one, for sure available. You won't have so many, I guess, but like
Yeah.
to choose. But like it's a good sorted wine seller should definitely have some of these Tokai wines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It will also
Awesome.
go very well with it. But I thought those are like usually sweeter,
Yeah.
and yeah, I thought like the oak
Yeah, I definitely get a little bit of
Sauternes
oak, which pairs
was.
so well with this, with the
Mhm.
sharpness of the citrus. Yeah. Yeah, I was almost worried the tart was going to be too sweet, but it doesn't taste as sweet when paired
Right?
with the
Yeah.
wine, which is really
hmm
nice.
hmm
And for those of you on the baking side, I forgot to mention, this is, I don't know about yours. I don't know if you made yours gluten-free, but I do all gluten-free baking. That's okay. If you didn't,
Okay.
it works both ways. That's perfect. But if
Yeah.
you are gluten-free, the recipe is gluten-free. You can make it gluten-free. And if you are not gluten-free, you don't have to go find gluten-free flour and go through all the trouble. But yeah, it's very easy. I don't know how easy it was for you, but I
It
think it was
was very easy. I was surprised it
perfect.
was so
Okay.
easy. I had
Yeah.
a bit more of I was maybe struggling a little bit with the Swiss meringue, but it was the first time for
Yeah.
me doing it. So, but I guess if you have some experience, yeah,
Yeah. funny note, the Swiss meringue was also my first time making it. I've been wanting to make it for a
Oh,
very long time, and it was a little ambitious to throw it on this, but because it takes a bit of time and working. You can always make just a regular meringue and then toast it in the oven, and it'll be fine.
mhm.
The benefit, of course, of this Swiss meringue is that it's a cooked meringue, so it's safe to eat. You don't have to toast it, so you can keep it white, or you can just pipe it straight on, or you can also put it in like a blowtorch or a broiler or something. But I'll pop this up for those of you who this is.
Yeah,
I just did a straight Swiss meringue without any toasting, so you got like
so
just the
nice.
white pieces. But yeah, it can look super fancy, which is the benefit of a tart. It just looks super fancy, but it doesn't have to be super difficult. Um, as long as you can
Yeah,
get the crust made, the crust is pretty simple, and then pour in the filling, and then decorate however you want, and it's good to go.
yeah.
So
The
it's
filling, which
actually a
is
great dessert.
the filling, was literally like 5 minutes work.
Oh,
It was
so
so
easy.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
super,
was
super
impressed.
easy. Yeah,
Yeah,
the tricky part is finding the yuzu. So I had to order yuzu juice, which it's available here just ordering online. Um,
yeah.
and yeah, at certain times that you might see yuzu in the grocery store, but it's definitely not something we get a lot here in the States. Um, so definitely finding like yuzu jam or yuzu juice is a good way to go. I had a giant yuzu fiasco. I told you this yesterday. I was like, oh, it's never gonna work. So instead of using yuzu juice, which the recipe calls for, I had to do a last minute switch because my yuzu juice arrived and it was damaged, unfortunately, through shipping, as sometimes happens. And so I had a jar of yuzu jam, and I just watered down the yuzu jam to create a yuzu juice, and threw that in there, and it worked. So this
It
is a
works. Yeah.
foolproof recipe. You can do whatever you want to it; it'll probably be okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good recipe. I'm gonna do it again, I'm sure.
Good.
Yeah,
Awesome. You
I
don't have
love
to do the
it.
Swiss meringue again because that is definitely probably the trickiest part of the
I was,
recipe.
like, why not? I should try. I mean,
Oh,
I hope
totally
it,
fun to try. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it. I know for the next time that I should be more careful with the temperature because I thought it went too hot, and then I put it
Ah,
out, and then
yeah.
I was like, is it ready? Is it not? Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's what I
yeah,
did
it's
with
hard
it.
to, that's the one thing is you just need to they sometimes need a little extra time to set in the fridge. So if you're like, oh, I really want to try it right now, it can be a
Oh,
little bit tricky because you have to put it in the fridge and let it set. But it'll still taste good either way, and it's still safe to eat either way. So if you want to eat it straight out of the oven, go for it.
yeah. Yeah, and your
Awesome.
recipes are very good. So Amelia and I met 2 years ago because we have common
Yeah.
friends here in Vienna, and we were like eating some things we prepared, and it was everything so delicious. And after a while, I realized, oh my God, it's everything gluten free, and it was like I never thought of that. It was
Yeah.
everything so good,
There
all
you
your
go.
recipes. Yeah, that's
There's
that's
definitely
the
some
thing.
bad things that are gluten free out there. So I've
Yeah,
tasted many of them myself. So trying to make them all taste good is the
exactly.
goal.
That's the most important thing. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
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 Mhm.
2 years later, here we are doing this collab, and there'll be more in the future. So in a couple weeks, we're gonna try another one with various different types of wine. We might do more of like a chocolatey one or something that pairs with a
Mhm.
very different type of wine,
We don't
which
really
I'm
have to
really
make
excited
some
about.
more.
I'm already thinking of the next one I'm
Just
gonna
making
do.
you, all of you, curious what will be the next pairing.
Oh yes, yeah. We'll do some guessing leading up to it. I was super impressed that a couple people actually got this one. So for all the future ones, I'll do a poll and see if people can guess it as well.
Yeah.
That would be really fun. So I'm excited. I've never actually paired any wine with my desserts, which I should have been doing all of this time.
I know, right? Yeah.
Oh, because it's
Yeah,
perfect
I
to
mean,
have
but
a
yeah,
glass of wine
I
with it.
kind of understand. So as I told you, there are so many people that are,
Mm,
like, yeah, sweet wine, sweet wine. But you don't really have to drink like
yeah,
the whole glass of sweet wine. It can be just like a
yeah.
half glass, like 50 milliliters. Like as I poured, like it was
Oh,
just something
totally.
like that,
Like just a little to go. Yeah.
Actually, here's the proof. I didn't pour so much. It's a half bottle, like
Yeah.
375, so it's actually nothing. you know, and that's
Yeah,
enough. It's
just to
just good
taste.
taste. It's yeah,
Yeah.
and it goes so well. It enhances totally like
Oh yeah.
the cake and the wine goes so well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
true.
perfect
Yeah,
thing
I
if you
like
have
that.
some dinner with friends. You can
Yeah.
definitely like have like a little bottle like this ones. They're like usually or many of the sweet ones are filled in half bottles, so
Yeah.
they're perfect for like dinner with friends. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's a very
awesome.
fun
I
thing
like
to do.
that. That's yeah, not having to open a whole bottle like you're doing and just have a little bit with dessert. Because it might be intimidating to be like, oh gosh, we have this whole other glass of sweet white wine after our dinner.
Yeah.
So having just a little bit of dessert, a little bit of sweet white wine is
Hmm.
perfect. Yeah. Or for
Well, if
breakfast, as I'm
anyone
doing.
in Vienna likes to try the cake and likes to try the wine, you know, here's your home.
There you go. Yeah, Californians over here, or anybody over in the we have this, and then of course again, this was the one that was readily available in California. So if you're looking for a wine and cannot find that one, this one was really
International
easy to
wine.
find here in California. Yeah, there you go. Oh, we got
Different
both of
vintage,
them.
same appellation. Sauternes.
Take a screenshot later. Yeah, both worked so well. And I just actually ordered this one online and it because I couldn't find it at a store locally, but it delivered in one day, which I was very impressed with.
Yeah,
So there you
I
go.
don't know how these guys do it, but yeah,
I
delivered
don't
in
know. I
one
don't
day
know where it
takes
was
time.
coming from. Apparently down the street because it got
Yeah,
here in
yeah,
like 12
right.
hours. Yeah, it's very cool. Well, thank you so much. That was
Thank you. Thank you for creating all
wonderful.
this like this amazing recipe. It's so good. I mean, I'm like, you know, like I don't know how to do it. Like all this creation, like all this. I don't know how you get ideas from. You
Oh,
know,
that's the
mine
fun
is the
part.
easy part. You know, you tell me what to do. I just have to look
It's
for
like this
one.
wine.
It's
Yeah. But you know so much. So if anybody in California, anywhere else, is looking for information on wine and just knowledge, you are the one to go to. So
thank you.
definitely go check out all of your IG. I learned so much on the Spain IGTV that you just did. And that was just
I'm
literally
glad you
Spain.
like it.
So yeah,
Yeah,
more to learn.
yeah,
Awesome. We have 3 more of these coming up in the next few weeks, a bunch of
yeah.
them coming up. So stay tuned for more ideas on dessert and wine pairings.
Yeah. And if
And
you want more recipes and inspiration, definitely this is on gluten. Use Emilia, and you will get like amazing things. Trust me, it's everything so good.
all tries to be taste not gluten free. That's the
Yeah,
goal, to not make it
yeah,
taste gluten free. Awesome. All right. I am
awesome.
gonna
Yeah,
finish my breakfast wine
yeah.
and tart.
I'm gonna also finish my little piece of cake. I've almost eaten everything already, but I don't wanna talk in front like eating in front of the camera. I feel like the
I
crew
know.
everybody's
I was like,
thinking,
will they hear
I
me
like some
chewing?
sushi. Yeah. All right. It was nice talking to you.
This was wonderful. Yes, good to
Yeah.
see you again, and
Yeah. Good to
looking
see you
forward to the
again.
next one.
Yeah.
And we'll come
And
up with a
guys,
brand new recipe.
if you guys want to tell us anything, just we are both
Yeah,
available. We're happy to listen to your recommendations, feedback, whatever. We're happy to improve or change or whatever, right?
yeah, definitely, absolutely. Yeah, let us know what you guys would like to learn about both the wine and the desserts next time. Or if you have questions about either of these, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome. Enjoy
Perfect.
your breakfast. Thank you, whoever said that. It's a good breakfast.
Thank you, Susan. That's very nice of you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Good to
Yeah,
talk with
thank you so
you.
much. I wish you a great day. And
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening
yeah,
for you.
thank you so much. It's still not dark, but probably soon it's gonna be
Yeah,
light.
yeah, getting there. It's a
Yeah.
gray day in San Francisco, so it looks kind of dim, but awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna
Thank
go
you.
let my boyfriend try these now. He's been waiting for days to try
Yeah,
all of
right.
this. So
It's good now
now
it's the
he finally
weekend.
can.
You can definitely have it during the weekend.
Exactly. Exactly. Perfect timing.
Okay.
Awesome.
So talk to you soon.
Talk to you
And
soon. Thank
I
you
hope
so
everyone liked
much.
it. Our
Yeah, thank you all for
discussion.
joining.
Erin, thank you for joining. And hope to see everyone soon again.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. How should I switch?
I have no idea.
This is the first time me doing this, so I'm
I
sorry.
know this is, we're trying to figure, is it just the eggs? I have no idea.
But I want to make
Anybody know how
sure.
to end a live?